Hey guys, I'm going to talk to you about, in this movie, two things come to mind. First of all, is Spanglish, and second of all, is the movie in the thought Lost in Translation. So, the first thing that comes to mind when I'm thinking of this is when I was traveling in South America, and I was trying to communicate with people based only on my vague knowledge of Spanish from hearing it on like airplanes when they do like the safety briefing, and me just like being able to like pick out words based on the fact that they sound like English words. And I also took a course. I took a course in introductory Spanish. I took a course in French, which is like also a Latin root language. So I know like the basis of Latin. So like I can tell like words that have the same Latin root and what they mean based on that. And basically doing a translation to English. like I don't know. Well, first of all, like I know like bonjour, bienvenidos, and bienvenue are all very similar. So both mean like welcome and stuff like that. So one's Portuguese and one's French, but because they're so similar and have like a Latin root. I can like kind of intelligence them or something like that. Anyway, that's maybe not like the clearest example, but anyway, it's kind of like me trying to communicate the point, but it's kind of complicated. Which brings me to my next point, which is the phrase that I kept hearing in Spanish a ton of time, which is no entiendo, which is whenever I try to say something in Spanish from a phrase book or in English, and the girl will just be like, "Sorry, no entiendo." I just be like, "Oh, well." But what, is my Spanish good enough? I don't know. At that point, I don't know. Probably should just give it up hope and just like whatever. But I was trying to like I'd be like sometimes I like need something and be like, but I'm trying to like look I'm trying to get like to a restaurant. Can you tell me where a restaurant is or something like that? And the girls has no clue what I was talking about. So I have no idea. But anyway, the idea is that sometimes, and this is the well-lost translations, sometimes you just can't communicate messages because sometimes you're saying one thing and they're saying the other, and you just it just happens to just be those one of the things where you're like man, wish they got. But my phone's going off and just made me pay attention to it or wanna check it out. I don't know. Anyway, when I was traveling in South America, I didn't actually have a hard time getting by. Most people kind of like knew what I meant because I could like gesture or like talk in words in Spanish or in English. And most people would either know some English from dealing with foreigners enough because they were on like well-traveled routes or places along the tourist path or whatever, or gringo path or gringo trail, I guess you could call it. Or I knew enough Spanish phrases from my introductory Spanish phrase book that I could say things in Spanish. They could figure out what I was trying to say. But either way, I managed to get by in Latin America and South America with very few complications. This one time, I don't know. There's no way to translate this experience. It's just a funny thing that happened to me. I don't know. Anyway, this one time, I don't know. I was gonna say the only thing I can think of was this time I tried to find an airplane, or no, it's a bus station. And the guy was like, "Yeah, but what the hell are you talking about? You're looking for a bus station or something? I don't know." And I got confused and I was like asking him. I said the wrong thing, but I was trying to find a terminal to go somewhere to the next town or something. I don't know. It gets confusing, but anyway, he managed to pull me in the right direction, so it all got worked out. But it was just a confusing thing. Anyway, the next thing I want to get at is the foreigners are different. Like the first time I met a British person, I was like floored. First of all, I love British people, but not. First of all, I love Australians. British people are great. Also, I don't know. So here's the thing. I don't have a problem with like any nationality that I've met ever. So like, I can't say that I've ever had a problem with any nationality I've ever met. I will say that they are different. They use different terms than us. Like the term I've heard them use the term throw it. Like in a car, they don't use the same terms. I'll say that. I know they shop at Tesco instead of Walmart. I know they're just different in general based on the things they do. Like in Britain, they say like throw in the boot instead of throw in the trunk. It's in Australia they call them thongs instead of sandals or flip flops. And I know there's also like a lot of different media. Like Surprise High is huge in Australia. And my sister recommended it to me and I checked it out. I don't know what they watch, if they watch any American TV, but they probably don't watch like the shows I watch, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or SNL, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, there's just some shows that I like here in America. So if you're watching this from Australia, maybe you can check them out. And, if you happen to mention it to me, I'd be like, no way, you watch Nine-Nine? No way, it's so funny. But anyway, there are some little bit of interesting things you'll pick up on if you travel the world and meet people from different cultures, is that they do live culturally differently and they do have different kind of lives. So, but then again, there's a lot more to it than that. And if you don't, it depends. It depends on how much. Well, if you I guess if you really spend time to immerse yourself in the culture, you learn a lot more. But if you only have a certain amount of time, you're only passing through, or you're only seeing certain things, or you don't meet people on like that kind of level, then you don't really know those kind of things. So there's that. But I don't know. It's just one of those things that it just depends on where you're at in life and what kind of life you're living, and the depth that you get to, and the things you learn and realize. So I don't know. But anyway, what I do know is that there's a lot of beauty in the world, a lot of different cultures, and each one is distinct and unique, and you should treat them that way. You should never try to offend someone. You should know there's a very distinct difference between a Spaniard and a Latin American. You should definitely never confuse a Bolivian with a Peruvian, because they are completely different. And I'm not saying that sarcastically, they are. Even though they're both from the highlands, they do have completely different cultures. One is from the Quechua, Incan Empire kind of tribe. To the right is the Paraguayans or the Guarani people, completely different. And then to the south, I don't know what their people were called back in the day, but those are completely different empires. It's like the Titicaca spiritual kind of like different kind of, and I'll say this first. First of all, I don't know so what their culture is called, and then I'll go back to the point I was trying to make, which is that there's a huge difference between Copacabana and Puno. So you can notice that completely. Just immediately whenever you go to visit, if you ever go to Lake Titicaca in the highlands of the south, which is the highest lake in the world, if I recall that correctly, and I do believe I am. So anyway, that is just some cool facts about some parts of the world and some interesting things to keep in mind. Also, some cultural shocks. Apparently, Norwegian people are much more sexually open. I'm American, and I'm a gentleman. I mean, I've never met a more Norwegian, so I haven't been able to make that kind of comparison in my mind. So I don't know. But as an American, I'm very forward. So maybe that's just how you would best describe me, and maybe that could be the difference. Because I've seen German people, and I'm not out there in the streets talking about my whole pile driver sex machine thing that I keep in my bedroom / dungeon or whatever they call it, jokingly, of course, jokingly. But I don't know what the deal is with that, or what that would be like. But anyway, I hope to someday travel around the world again, but I'd love to do it with more people and go as a group, so they can get a more feel of American culture. Because me by myself, I can't give you the full impression of Americans, because this guy's American, but we don't get what Americans are just how they act around other Americans. So I think around each other, obviously. I feel or around each other, yeah. But I just I feel like if I was just with other people, and they just immediately just get this, oh, these guys are Americans. This is pretty cool. We now know how Americans kind of are like. So anyway, I love to do that. So if any of you guys are interested in travel, hit me up. I love to be not your tour guide, but I'll just at least just say I've traveled a bit, so I've got at least that experience under my belt, and who knows. I'd say show you the ropes, but I don't know where you're trying to get, or what you're trying to hope those ropes will take you. But if you nominate me as your co-captain, you want to go sail away to a land on broader horizons of adventure and excitement and entertainment, we just say, well, I don't know. I was gonna say go Pirates, but I don't know. Not from Pittsburgh. But I would just say, I hope you just respect the rules of the ship. First of all, you never be the person stupid enough to try to sink their own ship, right? Because if so, you better work your way up to not Davy Jones' lockers. Anyway, but apart from that, I just want to say, if one of you is truly interested, maybe your name is Taylor Petrus and you're bored at your job as being a news reporter, and you want to do something more exciting, like sailing away with me to a land of wonder and excitement, then you'd be welcome to. But if otherwise, maybe, what was it gonna make? Oh, I would love to sail away or go explore the world and meet more people, but forge deeper personal connections and get to know them more, but on a person to person basis, not a whole. Here's our country. Here's what we're about. Here's some cultural things about us. This is cool. We're just kind of exchanging notes, or exchanging cool little subtleties or anything like that. But I don't know. I guess what I would love to do is just kind of see you. Hi, Planet Earth, and just meet you person to person, and you can meet me in my face. My name's Jonathan. You might recognize me if you watch this channel. You probably recognize me, maybe, or you could just ask me if you don't recognize me what my name is, and introduce myself. I probably tell you my name is Henry, but I don't know. It depends. Anyway, you probably don't know me by Kenny because you're not Tara Sullivan. But anyway, If I see you, I will, you know, I'm very much like this, and like the way I am on these videos and YouTube in real life. By that I mean I'm an authentic person. So what you see is what you get. I am who I am, and if you know me in real life, you're probably not too surprised that I'm still very much me. Even if you don't recognize me at the age of 29, because I'm not like the same exact person, because I've grown up since then, but I'm still very much the same me at heart. So just know that nothing truly about me has ever changed. Nothing soulfully about me has ever changed, and nothing about me is ever anything less than authentic. So that having been said, I'm going to go on to the next video. But if any of you are interested in not aiming me for your personal captain to sail away on, we're gonna call this Cruise to the British Isles, but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be, if any of you ever played the game Broadside, I think Michael House played the game Broadside, but it somehow involves invading a fort where there's cannons by the side. So I'm gonna say we're gonna very subtly move our American fleet of people on Earth, and we're gonna nominate captains. Also, I'm gonna say that Jonas Apollo, if you want to honorarily either be involved in this or not, I just don't know what the deal would be with that. But just see what your deal is with that and see how you feel about that, and consider if you want to be a captain or not, because I don't know what the deal is. But if not, then I guess not. Maybe Cream from Cream of the Crop, you can be a captain. We're just gonna each sail our ships with the people we nominate to Britain, and we're gonna go on. We're gonna establish personal challenges for us to do. We're gonna make this like something more epic than the term bar crawl, but it's gonna be pretty cool. So anyway. Stay tuned for further updates and details about that once the other ships dock here in this port town. This is a port, by the way, if the veteran rock girl's listening. Duh, I remember that. I said that one time. She's like, what is this guy doing? This is Porto Natalis. Like, come on, man. I know, I'm on board with that. Jesus. But you should definitely come get on my level, because I nominate you to be at least on my ship. Because if nothing else, you can be by my side. I trust you to that point, and I think you're worthy enough that, you know, you can probably figure out how this whole thing goes, or how this thing goes, and this whole dynamic. So I hope we can get on the same level at some point in time. But until then, you know, we'll keep working it out. Whatever it is that is the problem that separates us. Whatever it is for you, I hope you work it out. Whatever it's for me, I hope I work it out. So anyway, that's just it's 59. For me, I felt like I need to check my watch. Oh, it's the same as the one on my phone. Cool. Anyway, so that means they're both worked now, and I guess it means my watch works. So cool. Anyway, just gotta say, is anything else about, well, I forget what I started this video with the idea of intent as. So I usually just make these kind of like off the cuff without any like, you know, see, I don't like start these like a goal in mind, because I'm not like trying to like accomplish anything, so to say. But then again, I don't have an ulterior motive, so like maybe I can just like have a goal in mind and just not worry about that. So I don't know, I can try that. But anyway, I think what I'm trying to accomplish here, this video, if I could remember which one it is, it'd probably help me, but I don't, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just like forget about the whole goal thing and just keep that towards goal-oriented things like life goals, and keep this towards like message, communications and conveyances, or not conveyances, because I mean, I think girls do that more, because I think of like an email, like an evite, when they send you that, and it's like, oh, come to our wedding gala social thing, and for me it's just like, hey, look, I'm trying to get this point across, do you want to come to our wedding? That kind of thing. So I don't know, but anyway, that's just kind of the difference between guys and girls. You might have noticed if you've lived on Earth. I don't know how it's in different civilizations. Like if you're like from a Latin country and you have a Latina girlfriend, you might have a very different experience with the guy's like, yo, babe, like I'm gonna go talk to my homies. Like, can we come to this thing? And she's like, no, honey, it's not okay with me. And you should talk to my sister. But that's just something completely different. So I don't know. But that's my personalization of how I imagine a Latina couple possibly working. I don't know. But anyway, I'll just say that that's probably gonna wrap up this video for now. But maybe actually I'll say one more thing, and that's I do love the Villlage. Okay, well I'm reading this little book of this cool little thing I found in a free library on Magazine Street. This is really cool, by the way. But just to think of the Villlage, and I think of two things off the top of my head. One is the movie The Village, and that's the sworn thing, is that if you ever break the pact of the village and go outside, then you break the trust of the villagers, and that is key and paramount. And the village leaders will tell you, you listen here, kid. You never leave the village, all right? So I don't know what my role is in this metaphorical village. If I just said it ranges from fireman to medic, and I guess I'm the fireman, so I don't know what's going on. But either way, if we have to dress up to figure this out, I'm all down. But I already figured out mine. I'm Blue Ranger, so get back to me with the details about that. And if you want, I can do a calendar shoot for you in whatever amounts of clothing you require. Should I be on the couch for this? I'm sorry. Am I being casted for something? That just embarrassed the entire male gender. I'm so sorry, guys. Oops, it slipped out. Anyway, I'm sorry. I had this to go to the internet. Is there anything on there that would get me in trouble? Well, not. Well, are you a guy? Because you know, man. Anyway, nothing sketchy about that. But, well, I don't know what I just referenced, but anyway, I was just gotta say, if we gotta do that to sort it out, then I'm all on board. So get back to that, and we'll talk it out amongst the other villagers, and we'll just, we'll stay inside the walls, and it'll be cool. At least send that one girl who can be on my ship, maybe, and she can help me out. Just at least to sit by and judge, be like, what are these idiots doing? Like, seriously. And I'll be like, me? What am I doing? Like, I don't know. We obviously it'd be different because it'd be real life. But anyway, the entirety of, I guess, what I'm getting at is stay tuned to find out which village member I am, and more coming up in real life on a further broadcast. But until then, I'm signing off. So I'll see ya.